Hello everyone, welcome back again to our physics lecture series. I am Chandramani Hidam of Faculty of Physics, JSS Medical Foundation, and today I'm here to discuss about reflections of light. And I will be taking the course based on the Board of Secondary Education Manipur. And thanks once again everyone for referring to our lecture series. I hope you'll enjoy our class. Okay. Haurase adudi ahanma maktada mayambu amuka khurumjari. Ngasi akoina nainadoriba topic se reflection ko aina amuka hana haire. Reflection ji kana first of all, what is reflection of light? Hai kanda. Koina yeng doi se amda light nataba posak ama hana yeng se. For example, you have a table here. Ball ama table to the thom matanda ke do ball na table to the surface the yaira kanda mu bouncing tawe. Bouncing tawa matamda kay dauge hai matamda ngasagi ball sina medium amadagi laini, then it strikes the surface aduga mu it bounces back in the same medium, right? The same phenomenon is happening when a beam of light strikes on a smooth surface. Habidi light ray amana smooth surface, say for example isam hekta harasi mirror harasi mirror sida mirror se smooth surface ni ada mirror sida light sina yaiba matamda asagi ball se reflect torokpa dumaina bouncing torokpa dumaina asagi beam of light se koi smooth surface de gina bouncing torokane in the same medium. So reflection is the phenomenon of bouncing back of light when light ray strikes a smooth surface into the same medium. Habidi light ray sina mirror da yaire kanda bouncing tawre ba kadaida into the same medium man sai light medium do aduda mu halak by one adu ko koina reflection ko yam simple oiba phenomenon. We always come across reflection every day, right? Morning da koi mai me tarni mingjen yengani washroom da changasu mai tarasu brush tarasu makeup tarasu koina mirror adum sizine. So reflection se yango koina adum thengnaraga leiba pone aduga ngasai physics lomda lakuma tamda yango laws of reflection anamale laws of reflection kari hairi haibaduna sida leire. Laws of reflection is the law ani lai the first law sina kaino angle of incidence angle I how you say angle of incidence hai see angle I say angle of incidence is na angle R angle of reflection. The first law says that angle of incidence equals angle of reflection. Kamaina angle of incidence ka adu what is angle of incidence? Kamaina how do you measure angle of incidence? Hai kanda di koina incident ray do aduduna mirror da yairani mirror da yari mafum je point of incidence go point of incidence da you draw a perpendicular line ama yo adu khone kai kauri normal at the point of incidence go point of incidence da normal ga incident ray ga gi marak da form tawriba angle do adugi measure do adune measure of angle of incidence size angle of reflection kamai measure tawi ha kanda reflected ray ga normal ga adugi maraki angle duna khone kai tare angle of reflection. And mirror term live light ray is incident ray. The light ray which is coming towards the mirror is the incident ray, and the light ray which is going back after reflection and away from the mirror aduna kai kore reflected ray kore. And normal height it's a line which is perpendicular to the surface of the mirror. Yare ko adagi second law dana kai haire second law hai say incident ray normal incident ray reflected ray incident ray ne reflected ray ne and normal at the point of incidence. Here is your normal at the point of incidence se hariba ahum se they lie in a plane habidi aina sida ngasai habidi suppose reflection thokpa matamda whenever you think of a plane habidi aina plane ama khalle kamai to plane incident ray is yawa plane ama choose tawre adu choose to plane se incident ray bu he yawramba mo ani su hekta yawrokpa habidi moi se tonganba plane the sunlai lena they always stay in the same plane sida ina blackboard ta ye ise yong whiteboard ta ye ise whiteboard sida su kai dore whiteboard ki plane sida makhoi om laiminadra reality da su sumaina laieba if you wish to look at the plane containing incident ray yengo matam da moi ahuma always laiminane aduna laws of reflection lai now next topic haragana next topic tana characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror amana form to image amada kari magun seli haibad first of all image distance equals object distance image distance ga object distance ka manai haibadi object and image are always at equal distance from the mirror dagi distance measure tawroba my 5 cm ne khalo objects then image to kai the same gani 5 cm the same gani next image size equals object size image size ka object size ka mana gane adi nangi image tuna say 4 cm tall oiba candlestick ama low aduga ma se plane mirror mamang da thamoba and then asagi magi nana uribe image to ju akoina 4 cm adum oigane and image ki size to or image height so haine image height ka object height ka mana gane adu ta ga akoina magi magnification ji 1 haidar magnification ji kona lake adagi image is laterally inverted hai kanda horen hekta yengoba sigi pose kawra roi gi haragadi horen yumda leiba sakyeng mingsel manak tu da changjalo aduga yenga kanda aigi khut yetuna na se pairoba image tuna magi karamba khutna mana paige yengoba mana image tuna magi oi thangba khutna aina yetna pairadi aina yet thangba na se yet thangba na pairagadi image to the magi oi thangba makhutuna oi thangba na da pairakane so if you go and stand in front of a plane mirror and hold your right ear with your right hand what you will find is that your image in the mirror will hold the left ear with the left hand so what was on the right hand side in the object it will become left hand side of the image that is called lateral inversion adu lateral inversion ko and asida say letter p or c the letter p tharaga ye over plane mirror da thamoba p do left right owner kane aduni that is called lateral inversion adagi next amana image is virtual and erect haibadi candle ama pyro samaina upright oina then image the candle to upright oigane if the candle is say downside pointing downside the image is pointing downside oigane that means the image always point in the same direction as that of the object adu bokona kai kore erect with respect to object and virtual image because I'll explain you later on what is virtual image haraga di madhi screen da phangba yadaba image neba we will still see the image di uganeba but those images cannot be found on the screen aduga virtual image they always erect oidaba whenever you come across virtual image it is always erect na see ani je khaina ba yade if it is virtual it will be erect see khangado there is reflection due to plane mirror now akoi gi mathangi topics na kaino spherical mirror hai se kaino maming sidagi koina dum khange spherical mirror se kaidagi oirakpano haigadi adugumba mirror ne magi surface to kai oiba plane oidaba curve oiba kamaina curve in the form of a sphere haibadi sphere dauna curve to say for example sida aina hairagene sphere ama lay say same na kan the spherical mirror se mana mirror oidring aida ma se sphere ama da soidana yawram gane aduga sphere ama degi ka aga semak paga cha mane have spherical mirrors kan tare ko aduni so every spherical mirror kudimaki spherical mirror duna same bangamba sphere ama laigane mana belong to a sphere ama laigane kan tare ko aduga hariba sphere dugi kari lay center laigani adubo koina mirror gi damakta di maming kai kaure center of curvature aduga mirror dugi center the point ama imagine tawraba adugi point duna kona pole kore, and if you draw a line passing to the center of curvature and the pole, then that line is called the principal axis kore. Aduga point amaga lay principal focus ko kamai tawba, which is the midpoint of CP. Adi center ga pole ga exact mayai thangba da legane geometrically hairagadi my focus, the focus ki characteristics mayam lakani ko. Amain taurokanda mirror se akoina oihaningba mawongda oiba yai haibadi ani oihanba yai mawong ani oihanba yai. One is concave mirror, the other is convex mirror. Concave mirror na kamai lakani reflecting surface do magi inward curvature do ado oigane. Ado convex mirror da na kaino outward surface do ado da oigane. Asi akoina ningsangba line aba haitai convex haigadi sidai convex dagi x haiba word se ningzango aduna sisina kaino curvature dugi exterior do adu the reflecting surface. If it is convex, then you remember this x, and the reflecting surface will be the exterior part. All right, and the atopaduna kaidore the other one is the say concave mirror dum automatically tazer. So I hope you clear about those things like the principal focus, center of curvature, and the types of mirror, right? Now, mathangi topics na kamain tawge hai matamda principal section hai dar. Principal section kadai bu koi. Principal section hai gadi plane mirror amase anate mirror sigi akoi gi principal axis fauraga chatpa plane amana nangi mirror je kaktharaba matamda suppose mirror je smile lai done swai da su lai done smile principal axis forward plane amana yandaro yandara kandana na sida edge ta magi side ta uri the principal section koi sida khone yi singe principal section ngaktan yare ko principal section da de khone kai urani incident ray kai de lai uni reflected ray kai da saki ge urani principal axis urani pointing fazana urani. Next da khone music lai se light rays se kamaina laaga kamaina hanki haibado masagi sigi laws of reflection je chumjaraga su si khaktana explain to bangam da pot khara spherical mirror da yauri ba aduna ina je explain to ka this. First aina concave mirror lorag concave mirror. We have a concave mirror here, right? And we'll be talking about how light is reflected back depending on how it came. Have the kamaina laki ge light to how is the incident ray dugi magi manner do like akoi gi incident ray duna kamaina la agandi kamaina reflect we have do. So depending on how the light is incident, we will see how is the reflection different adune hiding is ko may amarak thana ngasidi explanations in English su khara hena hape so that koigi Manipuri da yamna koigi Manipuri da yamna fazana fluent oijada ba angang sing na su refer tawna ba haidana English su khara mix tawrabane, and never mind about it. Today is the concave mirror da hana yanga si concave mirror si da ko light ray ma le light ray a light ray is incident. This is incident parallel to the principal axis. Have the light ray ma principal axis ka parallel oina lai ko. Then mirror ki surface da it will strike the surface of the mirror. Mirror ki surface da yayirani halakpa matamda it will always come passing through the focus. Have the focus power ga chatkine yare ko aduna case 1 aina space se limited oibagi case anima punna yaksalaban yare ko. These are separate cases. I could have drawn separately, but because of the limited space I have managed in the same diagram. Now in the other case, light ray amaloro, consider a light ray which is approaching and passing to the center of curvature. Have the center of curvature fauraga la ever light ray then mirror the yairakanda after reflection it will come back along the same line. Ngasagi incident ray na la ami balambi do adugi same line da mu halak kane retrace hai that 180-degree turn to la kane adagi sigi same thing se kainogi su manayeba convex da ju manadrina karino habado figure sida yengo sida di full line na idra. Now everything is full line, right? Here I use some dotted line and I'll explain about it. Sida mo incident ray ma khanaro. We consider an incident ray which is again parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Now after striking the mirror, it will go back in the same medium, but you will find that it appears as if it came from focus. The focus tagi lak padona man gane. Adu kamaina if you extend, if you extrapolate, it will pass to the focus. Aduga incident ray amamuk second case the kanaro, and the direction of incident ray is that it passes through the center if you extrapolate. Habadi nangna lines na laiba lambi se incident ray na laiba lambi se kanagi mapata eba center of curvature gi mapata eba, then adu egadi direct paring sida hala aroeba sidana light se focus ka center ka da aseng bagi fawraga chatpa ngamde, because focus and the curvature, center of curvature, are already behind the mirror. That is why light cannot go passing them. You come to know that they pass only after you extend or extrapolate. Ko habadi moido mirror gi maning da laiga mina light na moida taseng namakti fawraga chatlaroiba maramdi light to moi yogdinga sonda halakreba, but lambi dudi moi center the focus the fawraga chatpaga chap mane habane. Aduga next na koi image formation khare explain tawge haiba image formation sing se ai diagram do loi sunaba yek pangamde haiba di aina space swai de khar kan greba. So ahan bada case amal loge concave mirror da di ko image position, different image object position da it forms images at different positions. Aduga different types of images form taweba ko. So yango light ray incident object ama thame a b ko bo object ama thame si candlestick ne hekta khalone center of curvature gi wang ma center da thamaga na kai da semba center ka focus ki marak ta thamaga na image to karai da tab ai badi akoina object se mafam hong hong thama matam da image se mafam hong hong chat kane aduga mak image ki types to change da whenever we place the object at different positions, your images will be formed at different positions accordingly, and the type of the nature of image would be different. So I have considered here only one case, two cases here with this. These are two different cases. Aduga most of the time a concave mirror forms real image adum form to convex mirror dikeno it never form real image, it forms only virtual image. But in the case of concave mirror dikeno image makhalani form to wangame, it forms real image and it also form virtual image. And when does it form real image and virtual image? It depends on the object position. Object position that depend to ma the object position that depend to the convex mirror git adu should explain to light ray se ray diagram ye ke haragadi light ray ma parallel beam ma tharo ngasa hai give the parallel beam am thar ke doni concave pidi it will come back passing through focus. You consider a light ray which is parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it will come back passing through the focus fawraga halane. Aduga light ray amamu consider to you consider a light ray and make it pass through the center of curvature the faw hallo aduga same line the halani. Now light ray anisina uniform se sida magi head sigi image sida same. See light rays is you head tagi sarkivani sigi light rays is you head tagi sarkivani aduga whenever they meet somewhere adugi mafam da magi si object ki head ki image to same doine adumai to the remaining part of the magi body of the object sigi image same gre yareko. See this is one light ray from the head of the object, this is another light ray from the head of the object, and after reflection wherever they meet, that is wherever they come together, they form the image. Then that's how the remaining part of the body also form, like the image of the remaining part of the body is also formed. Okay, but here we have shown only the image formation for the head of the object, and we understand that remaining part of the image is also formed in a similar manner. Habadi magi image to gi lemhoriba part sing du samaina loi kaknara same bani habe yare ko adi matang du understand tawro. Now huzik sigi object distance se sum naksalak pa ya kon sum naksalak pa matam da focus phawdi ko real image same gane ba focus ke manung hek sangjang ba virtual image same gane ba aduni yamna ngangninga ba se akoi ge concave mirror. So I've shown you here with the help of the ray diagram. Whenever you bring this object closer and closer and closer, it will form real image all the time until you cross focus. Once you cross slightly the focus, your image will become virtual image. Habadi nangna focus to kitang he cross to the image a virtual image same bahora ne aduni sida ulis sida su kai dore we take a light ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Aduga ma kaida halani, it will come back passing to the focus. Now here I don't take the light ray passing to the center because center is already behind, too far away from the object behind it, right? Have the object gi amaning the lehore aduna in sonda wena lawre sida pole sida lawre suyai ray diagram yekum matanda pole sida law matanda sigi size ma take se plane mirror ne khalo the incident angle of incidence ke angle of reflection ga manarani aduga si reflect tawrani haiba light ray ani se yango diverge tawdra yone moise khona diverging beam kawi sida laiba light ray se sigi object sigi head tagi chatkriba light ray se unaba ngamdre moi diverge tawgre but moina sida nangna sida observer ama laitar gadi sida observer ama laitar gadi observer duna light ray do mai mamita changa ibanina urane ba object to but light ray do mangonda di karom dagi lakpa malani somna kandai lakpa malane aduga object se yungna lepag leirane and asengba light ray di somda lakre aduga cd yengiba miduna mangonda man bai wane asengba light ray do aduna semba image nate sigi image man bai wane ba malena ma se virtual image kawrine ba du urina kai gino because light ray di mai mamita changre but somna kandai lakpa nate ba mangonda di mal le ba somdai lakpa na sugumba image kai we virtual image we aduga erect we can have yare ko. So here what is the difference between real image and virtual image? Let me clear. In the case of real image, the image is formed directly by the actual intersection of reflected ray. Aduga virtual image tadi kaino the reflected ray, the actual reflected rays cannot meet unaba ngamdre, they fail to meet, but to the observer it appears that they come from a point behind the mirror, behind mirror gi behind the point am the hai the object to mirror gi behind the label mal have one, it appears that the object is lying behind the mirror. Okay, that is the difference between real image and virtual image. And real image is always inverted here, you see from the ray diagram. Virtual image it is always erect with respect to the object. Very cool. Next the last one, these are for concave mirror. Now we will talk about the other cases. For other cases you can refer any textbook, CBSE book or say Manipur board textbook, you will find the ray diagram, so you can still browse in the Google, right? Now come back to image formation by convex mirror. In the case of convex mirror, irrespective of the object position, have the object to kaida lege do darkar ilai laiteb ko thamo, you place the object anywhere, specific distance laide aduga image to adum virtual image same gani and it will always be behind the mirror. Yan tare ko sida yengo incident ray ma loro sida principal axis ka parallel with incident ray ma lore, now it will reflect, okay, and it will appear as if it came from focus tagi lakpa man gane. Next na kai dore light ray ma loro and the direction is such that it appears to pass through the center fawbo man gane have the center bu fawriba line do adugi same direction to the incident ray loro same direction the halani moini sida sumu once again kai dore they are diverging ray. See, these rays are diverging. Most of the extent of the unagidra, they will never meet because they are diverged. Unararoi, they will not meet. Now, here, if you look at, if you were the observer, right? You are the observer, and the light ray will enter your eye, and you will see it, right? But to you, nangondadi, these rays appear to come from a point behind the mirror. Mirror gi maning dagi lakpa manganeba. But they actually do not come from behind. They come from the surface of the mirror, right? And sigumba image ko na virtual image ko web. Aduga sigi behind the lakpa male hai se. See, I know the convinced okay. Whenever like you look at a mirror, you always see your things which are behind you, behind the mirror. Habdi nangi maning the labor object kudimakto. Mirror du yang kan the mirror du gi manung the labor mandro. Aduni sigi kan case confirm. Yareko. Yam nungaire. Thank you so much, and thanks once again for referring to our lecture series, and I wish that you will also refer our lecture series to your friends and nearby relatives and students and anyone, right, who can find our lecture series useful. Thank you so much.